guys, Gunwild here. Today we're going to take a look at the CZ75 SP-01. Now this is the base model of the SP-01. There are several variants of this. There is the Phantom, which has a polymer frame. This one's all steel. There's the SP-01 Tactical, which is the basic same model, except for it has a decaulker instead of just a safety. And there is the SP-01 Shadow, which is just like this pistol, but with a lot of bells and whistles. It has an upgraded trigger in it, the competition sights, a lower recoil, poundage as far as the recoil spring goes. Just competition ready straight out of the box. Like I said, this is just the base model of the SP-01. This has a 4.6-inch cold hammer forged barrel. The overall length from muzzle to the beaver tail here is 8.15 inches. It is 5.79 inches tall, and it is 1.46 inches wide. Now this is a quite heavy firearm. Unloaded, it comes in at 2.4 pounds. With a fully loaded 18-round magazine, it weighs just a hair under 3 pounds, so it is quite heavy. Now this features both front and rear serrations on the slide. Now you may have noticed the slide on this. It doesn't seem like it is very tall. That's because the CZ slide runs on the inside of the frame, to where most firearms run on the outside. You can see the grooves right here. That's where the slide runs on. The grooves on the inside of the lower part of the frame. Where your typical firearm runs on the outside. You see I have a 1911 here. This runs on the outside of the frame. This is on the inside of the frame. Which, me personally, I had to make a huge adjustment for when I load a round into the chamber, because the way I learned, you grab the slide and pull back. And being that there's not much to grab onto here, I had to make an adjustment. So, I have learned, but it did take some getting used to. It comes with Meprolite sights, stock from the factory. These things glow very nicely at night. Okay, there are the rear sights. Now I don't see the front sight through the viewfinder, but with the naked eye, I can see the front sight just fine. It comes with an ambidextrous safety. This side and this side here. It has a 1913 Picatinny rail right there on the bottom. It comes with a double action, single action trigger. Now, this trigger is roughly 5 pounds when it's in single action. In double action, it's roughly 10 pounds or so, I would say. But this has a very, very nice single action trigger. It comes with rubberized checkered grips. It has both front strap and back strap serrations, or checkering, I guess I should say. The front of the trigger guard has some serrations on it right there. It has a beveled mag well in it. You see the beveling right there? It goes all the way around. And this is unloaded. There's a safety check before the video. let's see. It has a lanyard loop right here, and it comes stock with an 18-round magazine. Now, this is the California version, and we are restricted to 10 rounds, so mine has the 10-round mags. These are actually magazines for the regular CZ75. If it was the SP-01 magazines, they would have a base plate on them that's roughly a ½ an inch thick. They're quite thick. And this firearm comes in a corrosion-resistant polycoat finish. It's a very nice finish. I've put roughly 1,000 rounds through this so far, and I see absolutely no wear, with the exception of the barrel. The barrel is, the finish is wearing off of it, which can be expected with any firearm. Now, this has quickly become my favorite 9mm firearm. It just has a very low recoil. Now, earlier I had mentioned that the base plate for the SP-01 magazines are real thick, about a ½ inch thick. Now, the reason I do not have those magazines is because, like I said earlier, I live in California and we are restricted to 10 rounds. The location where I bought the SP-01 only had the model with the 18-round magazines, and by law they cannot give me the 18-rounders, so I had to go out and buy my own magazines, which these are CZ factory mags. These are for the 75. I kind of want to get back to the trigger on this firearm. Like I mentioned before, this has a 5-pound trigger. Now, it has a quite long take up on it. It has a lot of play in it, roughly a ½ an inch from where it sits, like right there, to where you hit the breaking point. There, let's say it's roughly a ½ an inch. And then you have that your breaking point, and then the reset is very nice on this. It's very audible, and you can feel a definite click with your finger right there. Very nice. Now, there is a through the custom shop, there's a 2-pound trigger that you can get for your 75 or your SP-01, which is something that I would like to do. And there's also an extended safety switch, which also doubles as a thumb ramp. Now, what that safety does, like I said, it doubles as a thumb ramp. When you got a hold of your pistol, you have your thumb up on that shelf, if you will, from the safety, and it helps you put a downward pressure on the muzzle so you get less muzzle rise. Now, those are just a couple of the upgrades I'd like to do to it. Of course, the custom shop does much more, but in my opinion, this pistol doesn't need any other upgrades. So anyway, guys, that is my take on the CZ75 SP-01, and I want to thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Can see them. Blur. Glasses.